Hello, welcome to the Rio Gaming Nexus YouTube channel. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Enjoy the video, and thanks for watching.
The city of Astra was no stranger to shadows creeping in. For weeks, the villain known as the Shadow Weaver had been casting a dark, sinister gloom over the place. It all kicked off with whispers of night sneaking in during the late afternoon, stealing warmth and light from the streets. Can you imagine? One minute it's sunny, and the next it's like someone flipped a switch, but tonight, oh man, those whispers had turned into a full-blown roar. Buildings were getting swallowed whole by this living darkness, and you could practically feel the air thick with fear. It was as if the entire city was holding its breath, just waiting for something to happen. Just when it seemed like all hope was lost, a new light burst onto the scene, and I'm not talking about a searchlight or a flickering flame. I'm talking about a brilliant, human-shaped beacon of starlight cutting through the inky blackness. Enter Elara Vance, now known to the world as Starheart. She floated above the streets, her golden suit and flowing red hair standing out like a beacon of hope against the despair below. Imagine the sight. She had spent her whole life gazing up at the stars, studying their distant, unchanging beauty, but now a piece of that cosmos pulsed within her own chest, urging her to take action. You can't fight the darkness. The Shadow Weaver's disembodied voice echoed through the urban canyons, dripping with mockery. It is the absence of what you love, a void you can't fill. Starheart felt a flicker of doubt, a chill that had nothing to do with the cold air. You know that feeling when you're about to take a leap but the fear of falling holds you back? Yeah, that's what she was feeling, but then she remembered the constellations she had charted, the cosmic dust that birthed new life, and the quiet power of a newborn star. The Shadow Weaver was just an echo of a fear she had long conquered, the fear of the unknown. You're about to learn that darkness is no match for the strength of the heart. Starheart shouted back, her voice ringing clear and strong, cutting through the chaos. You could almost feel the energy shift in the air. It was electric. With that, she gathered the starlight energy radiating from her, molding it into a brilliant, star-shaped shield. The darkness hissed and recoiled as she lunged forward, the shield pushing back the gloom, creating a temporary pocket of light and hope. The people below, who had been cowering in terror, looked up and saw her not just as a hero, but as a promise that the stars would always return, and so would hope. This moment was more than just a battle. It was a turning point. Starheart wasn't just fighting a villain. She was reigniting the spark of courage in everyone who felt lost in the dark. You could hear the crowd begin to cheer, their voices rising in unison, echoing the strength that Starheart had sparked within them. It was like a wave of energy washing over the city, and you could just feel the atmosphere shift. With every pulse of her shield, the darkness began to recede. It was like watching a tide pull back, revealing the light hidden beneath. People started to step out from their hiding spots, their faces lit with and determination. Can you picture it? The fear fading away, replaced by this newfound courage. Starheart could feel their energy feeding her, giving her strength. She was more than just a superhero. She was a symbol of hope, a reminder that light could pierce through even the deepest darkness. As the battle raged on, the Shadow Weaver's voice grew more frantic. You think you can win? This darkness is part of you. You can't escape it. Starheart shook her head, her resolve only strengthening. No, it's not part of me. I choose to shine. With that, she focused her energy, amplifying the light from her shield until it burst forth in a dazzling explosion of starlight, illuminating the entire city. The darkness shrieked and writhed, unable to withstand the brilliance of her light. The streets of Astra were filled with a warm glow, and for the first time in weeks, people began to smile. They were no longer just spectators. They were part of something bigger. They were standing together, united against the shadow. It was such a beautiful moment, watching the community come together like that. Starheart soared higher, her heart racing with exhilaration. She could see the fear fading from the faces below, replaced by hope and determination. The Shadow Weaver, once a looming threat, was now just a fading memory, retreating into the shadows from whence it came. As the last remnants of darkness dissolved, the city erupted into cheers. Starheart floated down, landing gracefully amidst the crowd. They rushed to her, their faces alight with gratitude and admiration. "You did it! You brought back the light!" someone shouted, and it felt like the entire city was echoing that sentiment. Starheart smiled, feeling a warmth in her chest that had nothing to do with her powers. "We did it together. Remember, as long as we stand united, no darkness can ever take away our light." It was such a heartfelt moment, one that reminded everyone present that they were never alone in their struggles. And you know what? This was just the beginning of an epic tale. There's so much more to explore. We could dive deeper into Starheart's backstory, uncover her struggles, or even introduce another superhero with their own unique powers and challenges. Maybe there's a sidekick who's been waiting in the wings, ready to join the fight. Or what if there's a new villain lurking in the shadows, testing Starheart's limits? The possibilities are endless, and I can't wait to see where the next adventure takes us. What do you think? Are you ready to join Starheart on this wild journey? Because I sure am.